Todd Zeile, who was at Citi Field for the pregame tributes. And Todd, we saw you on TV alongside the FDNY firefighters to honor the first responders and everybody that lost their lives or was affected by 9/11. What was going through your mind during that ceremony?
You know what, Chris? So many different things, I think, and you just kind of get overwhelmed by emotion, I think, in those kind of moments. And I think, first and foremost, it's hard to believe 20 years has gone by. I think most of us that were there and most of the guys that got reunited for this had that same feeling. Even though we look and feel 20 years older, it's hard to believe that that much time has gone by. And then I think, secondly, to me at least, the emotion of that day and just following the attacks, the 9/21 game, it all came back. It was very fresh. Hearing the bagpipes when the guys took the field, the pregame ceremony, walking with the first responders out onto the warning track, being on the field, having a uniform on again with the 9/11 stitched on the sleeve and the flags on the back. All of it just took us back to that moment. And I think you just recognize and realize how special we had that time 20 years ago to make an impact on this city and to be a part of a team and a legacy that, you know, made an impact on this city during a time where we were really suffering. And so I think just reliving some of those things was the freshest thing for me. It was great to be back in the field, to see those guys, to see some smiles, and to walk back out there with the guys that still relive those moments of going into the towers, of trying to rescue their friends, being impacted by what happened, and then finding a way to heal just a little bit with the help of baseball.
Yeah, and moving over to the baseball game now, how frustrating is it, Todd, to see the Mets lose in this fashion, given the hitters did their job on Saturday night? It was the pitching, actually, that doesn't come through. So how gutting is it to see a loss like this, especially on a day, you know, where we're remembering, you know, such an emotional time for the city and the nation? Yeah,
well, there's been tough losses, you know, all season, obviously, Chris, but this one stings a little bit more. You heard Trevor May talk about it. I was a little bit unsure of the decision to bring Trevor into that game. Not a knock on him. I just think Lugo looked so good in that the inning before with 7 pitches, and Aaron Loop was sitting out of the bullpen. If you're going to have a chance to use him, why not send him out there? He's the best pitcher and best relief pitcher in baseball. And Trevor May wants nothing more than to go out there and perform. You heard him say he wanted to, you know, rip the table and turn the table over and be more frustrated than ever because of the gravity of this game. So to see it go away when they scratched and clawed to get back into it and then take a lead, it started to feel like this was one of those destined games. And even when they got back behind and Pete hit that ball, for a minute we thought, okay, here it is. Here's the destiny coming back. Fell a little bit short. So at the end of the day, I think it's a disappointing, a bit of a frustrating loss. And then that, you know, doesn't even really put into perspective the fact that they could have gained ground when they don't have a lot of games left to make up those grounds.